The Sony WH-1000 Sennheiser RS-175 Sony L600, Aventry Opera Plus, and Aventry HT5009 are the most popular TV headphones of 2025. But which is the absolute best? We are going to compare them to each other and score them in various categories, with some categories holding more weight than others. On the end, we'll decide which is the best one based on the final score, and we will declare the absolute winner. Let's dive in.
First, we are going to compare them on the sound quality category, which has a multiplier of 2.
The Sony WH-1000 delivers a superb and well-balanced audio experience with a strong bass presence and improved mid-range clarity that makes everything sound full and rich. Although its premium audio might be more than what's needed for casual TV viewing, which slightly tempers its value in this specific comparison. I rate its sound quality at 8.9 out of 10.
When I tried the Sennheiser RS-175 I found it delivers excellent and crisp dialogue for home cinema, and its bass boost adds a fun, powerful punch without making the sound muddy, though its virtual surround sound mode can sometimes feel a bit artificial and distorted on certain programs. I rate its sound quality at 9.2 out of 10. Next, the Sony L600 provides an awesome and immersive experience with its outstanding virtual 7.1 surround sound and thunderous bass that is perfect for action movies. But it doesn't quite hold up for pure music listening, where it lacks the fidelity of higher-end audiophile headphones. I rate its sound quality at 8.4 out of 10.
The Aventry Opera Plus is clearly designed to make television dialogue easier to hear, which it does very well, especially at high volumes. But this focus comes at the cost of a truly cinematic experience, leaving the overall sound feeling a bit flat and two-dimensional. I rate its sound quality at 7.5 out of 10. Finally, the Aventry HT5009 has a unique sound profile with extra thump that makes explosions more exciting. But this unfortunately pushes vocals to the back of the mix and makes some sounds harsh and piercing, with the audio delivery also being prone to inconsistencies depending on the fit. I rate its sound quality at 6.8 out of 10. For pure sound quality tailored for your TV, the Sennheiser RS-175 is the winner with 9.2 points because it provides crisp dialogue and impactful bass without distortion, offering the best dedicated home theater audio experience in this lineup. Next, we are going to compare them on the comfort and fit category, which has a multiplier of 1.5x. The Sony WH-1000 feels impressively light at just 254 grams and has a sturdier folding design than its predecessor, but the clamping force is quite strong out of the box, and the ear cups are a bit shallow, which might cause your ears to touch the inside fabric, unlike the deeper cups on some rivals. I'm giving them a 7.8 out of 10. When I put on the Sennheiser RS-175 I immediately noticed how spacious and well-padded the ear cups are, making them great for long movie sessions, though they are a bit heavier than the Sony's and can create a slight soreness near the jaw after a while because the pressure isn't perfectly distributed. They get an 8.5 out of 10. The Sony L600 headphones are very comfortable and provide a good flush fit around the ears with a soft cushion on the headband, but some might find the ear cup padding a bit thicker than necessary, which slightly detracts from the overall experience compared to more refined models. For comfort, these are a solid 8.2 out of 10. With the Aventry Opera Plus, the fit is quite good even with my glasses on, and they are lightweight enough for extended viewing. However, the ear pads are just big enough for smaller ears, so those with larger ears might find them a bit cramped, and the vinyl padding feels like it could flake over time. I'd rate their comfort at an 8.9 out of 10. Finally, the Aventry HT5009 are exceptionally lightweight and don't clamp tightly on your head at all, making them almost forgettable during use, although the ear cup padding isn't very deep, meaning my ears occasionally touch to the driver housing, and getting a perfect seal can be tricky if you have a smaller head. This pair earns a 9.2 out of 10. The Aventry HT5009 takes the win with 9.2 points because their incredibly lightweight design makes them the most comfortable for wearing over many hours, despite having less padding than others. Next, we are going to compare them on the battery life category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. The Sony WH-1000 offers a fantastic battery life, lasting me around 37 hours with noise canceling on, and the quick charge feature is a lifesaver, giving me 3 hours of use from just 3 minutes of charging. Though for its premium price, this level of performance is something I fully expect, earning it a 9.1 out of 10. With the Sennheiser RS175RF, I got a respectable 24 hours of playback, and I love the flexibility of being able to swap in fresh AAA batteries if I am in a pinch. However, the standard 8+ hour charging time for the included rechargeable batteries feels incredibly slow compared to the others, which is why it gets a 7.5 out of 10.
I found the Sony L600 to be a bit of a letdown in this category, providing only a maximum of 17 hours of listening time, and its 6-hour charging time is one of the slowest of the group, which holds it back despite the convenience of its charging stand, leading me to give it a 6.2 out of 10. The Aventry Opera Plus gave me a solid 20 hours of battery life when connected to its transmitter, which is less than the Sennheiser, but it charges back up in only about 2.5 hours, making it a much more convenient option if you forget to charge it overnight, landing it a 7.0 out of 10. Finally, the Aventry HT5009 was a real standout, giving me an incredible 40 hours of continuous playback at a normal volume, which is on par with the far more expensive Sony. Though it does take about 3.5 hours to fully recharge, which is impressive for its class and gets it a 9.4 out of 10. With an amazing 40 hours of playback, the Aventry HT5009 is the clear winner in this category, scoring 9.4 points by providing a battery life that rivals the most premium headphones at a much better value.
Next, we are going to compare them on the connectivity and features category, which has a multiplier of 2x. The Sony WH-1000XM6 boasts modern Bluetooth 5.3 with high-quality codecs and multi-point pairing, plus a deeply customizable app, but I was disappointed to find it completely lacks USB-C audio pass-through, which feels like a major omission for a flagship product in 2025. I am giving it 8.0 out of 10. I found the Sennheiser RS175RF's radio frequency connection was incredibly stable, with an amazing range of up to 330 feet that worked through walls, though its total reliance on the transmitter with no Bluetooth support whatsoever makes it feel quite limited and unable to connect to my phone or other devices. This gets a 7.0 out of 10. With the Sony L600, I got a very versatile home theater experience thanks to its support for Dolby Digital and DTS through HDMI and optical ports. But its radio frequency range is only 98 feet, and I ran into frustrating compatibility issues trying to get it to work with my soundbar via ARC. It earns a 7.5 out of 10. The Aventry Opera Plus felt exceptionally user-friendly, offering both Bluetooth and a low-latency 2.4 GHz connection with a 164-foot range, and I loved the audio pass-through that let my family use the soundbar at the same time, even if it does miss out by not supporting Dolby or DTS surround sound formats. I rate this an 8.8 out of 10. Finally, the Aventry HT5009 absolutely nails the most critical feature for television, using its fast stream Bluetooth to deliver audio with under 40 milliseconds of latency for perfect lip sync, and its pass-through function is just as convenient, though the headphones are unfortunately limited to more basic audio codecs. This gets a 9.3 out of 10. The Aventry HT5009 takes the win here with a score of 9.3 out of 10, simply because it delivered the most crucial feature for TV viewing flawlessly, an imperceptible audio lag thanks to its fast stream connection. Finally, we are going to compare them on the value for money category, which has a multiplier of 3. The Sony WH-1000XM6 is a fantastic all-around performer with best-in-class noise cancellation and a detailed, dynamic sound that truly impresses. But its very high price tag and merely adequate microphone performance for outdoor calls mean you are paying a significant premium that is hard to justify on value alone, which is why I'm giving it a 6.8 out of 10. For the Sennheiser RS175RF, I found it delivers a powerful, bass-rich audio experience with excellent wireless range, perfect for moving around the house. Although its sculpted sound isn't for everyone, and the headband can become uncomfortable during long movie sessions, landing it a respectable 7.5 out of 10. The Sony L600 offers an immersive experience with its simulated 7.1-channel surround sound and dedicated listening modes for movies and games, and while it's comfortable for hours, it's strictly a home-based system and lacks the versatility of others, earning it an 8.2 out of 10. I think the Aventry Opera Plus is a brilliant solution if you struggle to hear television dialogue, offering exceptionally clear sound and low latency in a simple package. But its all-plastic build feels a bit cheap,
And the sound is not the best for music, which leads me to a score of 8.9 out of 10. Finally, the Avantri HT5009 provides an incredible feature set for its budget-friendly price, including an impressive battery life of over 34 hours and a sound profile designed to make action movies exciting, though you have to accept its plasticky build and a sound that can be harsh and inconsistent, which is why it gets a 9.4 out of 10. With a score of 9.4 out of 10, the Avantri HT5009 takes the win here by offering a feature-packed experience with exceptional battery life at a price point that is simply too good to ignore. The results of our comparison show each product shines in its own way, but the Avantri HT509 stands out with its score of 88.3. After using these headphones myself, I was incredibly impressed with their perfect balance of comfort, exceptional battery life, and reliable connectivity that ensures the audio never lags behind the action on screen. Add to that a remarkable value for the price, and it's easy to see why the Avantri HT509 has taken the top spot in our review. It delivers features typically reserved for higher-priced models, making it an ideal choice for any home theater enthusiast looking for maximum performance without breaking the bank. As for the other contenders, each brought something unique to the table. The Sony WH-1000XM6 impressed with its superb sound quality and cutting-edge features, but came at a steeper price point. The Sennheiser RS-175RF offered crisp dialogue and a great listening range, perfect for movie buffs who love clear sound and a bit of bass. Meanwhile, the Sony L600's immersive 7.1 surround sound was a treat for action movie lovers, even with some limitations in versatility. Lastly, the Avantri Opera Plus distinguished itself with ease of use and clear dialogue, but couldn't quite match the versatility of its sibling, the HT5009. Each model offers fantastic benefits depending on your specific needs, ensuring there's something here for everyone.